Hello everyone. Welcome to part 2. Now I did think I would be able to do all 3 parts in one video. Unfortunately, I looked at the runtime of part 1 when I was done with it, and it was like 2+ hours, and I was like, ooh, we don't need to go over 3. We don't need to go over that. And I was like, and there's 2 more parts. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna skip the intro. Please tell me, okay, good.
But the question is as follows. Next question is 2018. If you did not watch part 1 first and you're watching this, Spoonie, who posted this question up on my forums, probably not. We all know who the real Spoonie is. But the question is as follows. Hey, Phil, wondering if you plan on doing any gaming convention panels in the next year. I'd totally be up to fly wherever it is to see you. Have a good day. Spoonie 1, the era of me doing those kind of panels is over. The very short time period that I actually did them was 2012 to 2013, when I was kind of at the height of my popularity on YouTube. In this day and age, first of all, for me to even be on a panel would be ridiculous. I don't think anyone would even, they're like, dude, you know, sure, you bring in a couple million views a month on YouTube. You got a decently popular Twitch channel.
Okay.
But
I've got to answer the question. So the question was, will we ever do another convention panel? No. I unfortunately cannot do one. I wish I could. Really wish I could, but no. Maybe someday maybe someday. Someday.
These gaming conventions have now become so popular, and there's so many people now doing what I do, they're going to take the people who have way more followers, way more viewers than me. I would probably never be able to even to get as a person like that. I would never be able to be a guest speaker or on a panel or anything like that ever again, more than likely. You know, I mean, just being real here.
Why don't you do your own panel? Because you could do your own panel, but I think you might have to pay for that, though. But you don't need to be a guest. You could just do a panel.
That era was a time when I was really white hot popular on YouTube. I was one of the top guys. And then, you know, as things started...
I'm tired of hearing white hot popular. Like, every time he says that, I think, like, he's talking about fucking cum or something. Cool, white hat, dude.
Change, you know, that opportunity kind of doesn't present itself anymore. I really doubt that any gaming convention would be interested in having Darkside Phil as a guest or having a panel at their convention. I'm just saying, all right? Number 2, I'm too busy. As you guys know, 6 days a week, I'm live streaming here to pay my bills. If I don't live stream for several days at a time, I lose money. And in May, in particular, I'm going to be taking about 2 to 3 days just for my own personal sanity and to spend some time with my girlfriend. I'm taking a few days away from streaming.
Okay.
And I know it's going to hit me right in the money.
Yes.
And in May, in particular, as you guys know, 6 days a week, I'm live streaming here to pay my bills. If I don't live stream for several days at a time, I lose money. And in May, in particular, I'm going to be taking about 2 to 3 days just for my own personal sanity and to spend some time with my girlfriend. I'm taking a few days away from streaming.
Few days away from streaming, but he won't take time to spend time with his fans. And the thing is that a lot of content creators make up the lost revenue from doing conventions is by selling merch. But DSP can't do that because he has no merch to sell. I mean, he has Teespring, but, you know, that's garbage.
And I know it's going to hit me right in the pocketbook because of it.
Then why take time off in May? Oh, taxes. The tax money. Got it.
But it is what it is. I need to do it. But no, I don't have the time and means to do it anymore. Back then, again, 2012, 2013, I was making tons of money on YouTube. I was way more popular than I am right now. I could take a week off from doing videos for YouTube, and I know that I could be fine. You know what I mean? In addition, back then, I would do vlogging at these events, and the vlogs would get ridiculous amounts of views on YouTube. Now my vlogging barely gets any views and gets demonetized anyway. So,
what?
In addition, back then, I would do vlogging at these events, and the vlogs would get ridiculous amounts of views on YouTube. Now my vlogging barely gets any views and gets demonetized anyway. So...
yeah, well, I do it for my fans, right?
See what I mean? It's a bygone era. You're not going to be seeing me as a guest at any kind of convention or anything probably ever again. Just being real talk with you guys. All right.
Okay.
Kate just did a 25-bit cheer and said, "Happy Thursday, Phil. I wish you the best. Stop letting the haters get to you. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping." There you go.
What?
Kate just did a 25-bit cheer and said, "Happy Thursday, Phil. I wish you the best. Stop letting the haters get to you. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping."
Don't let the haters get to you. Okay.
There you go. Social and National asked, "Do I plan on living off Amazon and Twitch forever?" Dude, I don't plan on anything. Stop letting the haters get to you.
Look at the facial expression on his face after he says this. Just look at it.
Ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. There you go. Social and National asked, "Do I plan on living off Amazon and Twitch?" Happy Thursday, Phil. I wish you the best. Stop letting the haters get to you. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. There you go. Social and National asked, "Do I plan on living off Amazon and Twitch forever?" Dude, I don't plan on anything happening. I never planned on being a YouTuber. I never planned on being a streamer. I never planned on any of this.
He never planned on being a streamer, but when you... Okay, but like, you could say that in the... Well, like way back then, I guess. Sure, but... You can't say that now, because you did plan on being a streamer last year. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna be a streamer. That's planning to be a streamer. You went back to Twitch in November, and then in February you became a Twitch streamer. February, March. Man, it was almost as if you were planning to be a Twitch streamer when you went back to Twitch, right? Okay.
Shit happening, it just happened. Who knows what the future holds?
Who knows?
And sadly, in the kind of industry I'm in, there's no way I can plan for it either. So we'll just see what happens, I guess. Okay? All right.
No way to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. The next question.
Dude,
Phil, you recently said
I don't hear that
the future
again.
holds. Forever. Dude, I don't plan on anything happening. There's no way I can plan for it either. So we'll just see what...
Yeah, you can. You can plan for things. Like, oh, well, if God of War doesn't work, I mean, the fucking schedule change was your backup plan for this week. So you didn't plan for that? Okay.
What happens, I guess. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Like, I just love that he had so much issues when he went to Twitch. Like, he got, suspended 2 times. And he's not sitting there like, well, I should plan on maybe looking at other things to make money or something. But he doesn't plan. Oh, I can't make money. Oh, I got taxes. Like, he kept saying how last year, well, every time I was out of the hurdle, I got another thing came my way, dude. How was I supposed to know? Maybe what you should do is assume or expect something like that to happen again, and then make plans to get past it. But he doesn't make plans for it, and then act surprised when bad shit happens. Okay. So I think it's going to go into the next question. Let's see. Could DSP tries it? Nominations voting for upcoming items be tied to Patreon? I don't do stuff like that. I do have a Patreon goal, but you know what? I don't need to talk about it in this video. You can either go to my Patreon yourselves if you want to and read about it, or whatever. But I am probably not going to talk about that in this video because this is not a Patreon video, dude. Okay, so good. There you go.
Okay. Let's see. The next question. Phil, you recently said that you're growing increasingly wary of doing DSP Tries It due to lack of advertisement revenue from the King of Hate Vlogs channel and the cost of purchasing products for the series. Well, how about you would add an extra perk to the $10 donation level on Patreon?
Remember, he also said that it's unhealthy and he has to watch his health. Keep that in mind.
And give patrons the ability to vote on what the subject for the next DSP Tries It video is. This could offset the cost of purchase, whilst giving an extra incentive for people to donate to Patreon. And that's from Wolf.
Wolf. Fucking...
Alright.
Fucking Wolf.
Since this seemed like an interesting suggestion, alright, let's talk about it, guys. And I'm interested to actually see people's direct responses in stream chat while I'm live streaming. If I had a perk level on Patreon,
this is funny,
where you guys could nominate and vote, much like you do with games for playthroughs. Let's say for 1 month, you would nominate and then vote on a product for me to try for DSP Tries It.
But the fucking question said have that be a reward, not a monthly goal.
All right, and I would have to create criteria. It would probably be the cost of the product has to be, maybe $15 or less or something like that. It has to be readily available in the United States. Maybe it has to be a food item that's readily available at a chain that I'm near. Not
$15 or less. If you're buying food that's $15, then you better be in a grocery store.
go to, Carl's Jr. that doesn't exist here. Obviously, I can't do that, right? I mean, that would be viable. It would be more work because I'd have to set up a poll. I'd have to make sure everyone's abiding by the criteria and all that. But I think it would work. The question is, would you guys be interested? You, the viewers, would you pledge to my Patreon? Let's say we'll keep it low. Let's say it would either be $5 or $10. Would you consider pledging that much to my Patreon a month if you could nominate and vote on a product? Doesn't have to be food, but something for me to try for DSP Tries It. Would you do that? Or is it just like, man, DSP Tries It is just something Fun Phil did for a while for fast food or whatever, but we're not willing to pledge money to nominate and vote? What do you think? Because I'd be willing to do that. That's an easy one. That's one I could implement.
My opinion of this idea is, I think the idea is being applied on the wrong video series. Just my opinion. I think it would have made more sense to apply this idea to multiplayer events. Like, oh, if you pay $5, you'll get into a lobby with me, that kind of stuff. Not this, oh, well, let's vote for food. Like, who and DSP Tries It is honestly trash when it comes to fucking food. DSP Tries It is its garbage to begin at this point. He's ruining that show. Here's the thing. Oh my god. Alright. I was going to do a video on the DSP Tries It Twit Longer. I was going to do a video of it, but I'm going to give you the short and sweet version of what I was saying in that video because it is what it is, right? Okay, there you go. So, what I was saying was, he is killing that show, that series, in many ways. Because he only is doing that show when he can get paid to do it. He doesn't do it for free anymore. He used to, but not anymore. Now he will only do DSP Tries It, be it sub goals, or if it's a Patreon goal. When it's free, because he kept saying, oh, DSP Tries It not canceled. I'm just waiting for the right food item. And then give us bullshit excuses like, well, this burger from Burger King is the same burger but with sour bro. Same fucking burger. But it's like, no, but it says sourdough bread. And people would want to know, how does the burger taste with sourdough bread? No, it's the same burger, just picture sourdough bread, dude. And it's like, okay, but that's not why people want you to review that product. But, like, he keeps saying that it's not canceled. Oh, the food's not right. I'm waiting for the right time. Oh, I gotta be careful with my diet, dude. Okay? A home-cooked meal is the best kind of meal. Even though he ate out, and the Twit Longer said he goes out to eat, like, 2 to 3 times a month, which is still a lot of fast food, regardless. Again, your body's not gonna give a fuck if you eat fast food like once a week or whatever. It doesn't give a fuck. You're still eating that fatty food. It might just take longer for you to be obese. That's the only difference. It might take longer for you to become a fat ass eating that way, but you'll still get there. But anyways, that's beside the point, kind of. But he says all this stuff. But really, in reality, he only wants to do DSP Tries It when it's a sub goal, or now when it's a Patreon goal. And the stuff you get, and he's like, oh, I'm only gonna do it if you hit a sub goal, dude. But the DSP Tries It you get from that sub goal is garbage. It's stuff that's not even beneficial to the viewer. At least with the food, DSP Tries It, you get an idea of what food you might want to buy. Like, excuse me. Like, if you're curious about the Angriest Whopper, or the Grand Mac, DSP Tries It at least told you, is that food worth eating, etc. Even though it was kind of a bullshit review, but it still gave you an idea of what food you want that could be used and applied in your own purchasing decision. The last DSP Tries It was a shower product, which no one gives a fuck about because who cares, in my opinion. I mean, you know what you want when you go to the shower. Fidget spinners. Why would you want a DSP Tries It over fucking fidget spinners? Oh look, it's a fidget spinner and U-Trix. Wow, this is cool. And I don't even think he reviewed them or whatever. And they did one on the Wax Vac. And you know it's garbage. It's like, oh, I'm gonna review this stuff that's obviously garbage. It's like, what review is that? What worth is that? Like, I mean, that kind of got me a little bit mad about it, because I was like, so not only do people have to pay for DSP Tries It, they're paying for DSP Tries It that's like $1 to buy or less or whatever. That's like cheap, and it's known to be trash. What a great future this series has. People have to pay for garbage reviews or vote for food for him to try. What a great series. DSP Tries It is fucked. Ugh.
Starting in May, if you pledge so-and-so, okay, you qualify for this, and you can nominate and vote. What it would be, more than likely, I mean, I'll be real with you guys. I keep it low. In fact, I would probably say $5. I would leave it at the $5 level. Here's why. Because you would need premium forum access to nominate and vote. So I would just say, if you're a $5 patron, all right, you get premium forum access, you nominate stuff for a week, and then you vote on it for a week. So it takes the first 2 weeks of the month, you get your premium forum access, you're in there, then you nominate for a week, then you vote for a week, and by the end of the month, we got a new product nominated for DSP Tries It, and that'll be the new episode for the next month. How does that sound? It would be $5. And by the way, that keeps you'd still have the ability to nominate and vote for games for upcoming events like Patron's Choice. All that would be for $5. Would you guys pledge for that?
I would not.
So now let me read the stream chat feedback, just so people realize I'm not lying or whatever. I'm going to, right here live, I'm going to read
stream chat, guys, so you guys know I'm not lying. Okay, so are we going to see the stream chat in the stream then? Like, he should put a clip of his stream chat here, but he won't.
What people have to say about this. You ready?
Are you ready?
Here we go.
I'm ready.
Olivia Soares says, I like the idea.
Olivia Soares.
Why this is... Dude, I don't want it to keep fucking scrolling down. I'm scrolling way up, and it's still scrolling down. It's pissing me off. I don't want it to scroll down. Okay, here we go. I got it to stop. Here we go. No, I think it's too expensive for a point of entry. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. No, no, no. Not really good. I can't even afford a subscription, so I can't pledge to Patreon either. Probably not. Honestly, no. That is good. No. No, no, no. $10 is too high. That's why I said $5. Boo, bad idea. Heck yes, good idea. Bad idea, to be honest. I definitely would pledge. Bad idea. No, no, yes.
Look at this.
No, 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 no. It is a good idea. Yes. Good idea. Yes. I would be a patron for this. Yes. No. Okay. That was a mix.
A mix. That's a mix. When I heard that, it sounds more no's than yeses. How is that a mix? How is that a mix? That's like people saying, well, Trump winning the electoral was a mix. He had like a huge lead on Hillary when it comes to the electorate. I mean, the popular vote's different. The popular vote went to Hillary, but you know that you can't say, oh, well, it's a mix because it was like 80% no's and 20% yeses. That's a mix. Okay, yeah, that's a mix, guys.
Definitely say reading those responses. That's a mix. Some yeses, some no's. At least it wasn't no, 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 no.
So like, it has to be a unanimous no for it to be a no. But if it's like majority no's, minority yeses, it's a mix. Okay.
Oh, fuck. I guess it's a bad idea. So, Wolf, congratulations, Wolf. You actually presented an idea. I think...
Congratulations, Wolf. You came up with a dumb idea that took a series that used to be for free and made it monetary. Fully monetary. Because now, not only is it a sub goal, it's now a Patreon thing. Wow. DSP does not hide videos behind paywalls, guys. He doesn't do it. No. No, no, no. Okay.
Wolf, I mean, this is real talk. Maybe the first person in, like...
But remember, he told us that with games, that you need to feel the $60 bite in the wallet to really know if the game's good or not, etc. Oh, but have other people pay for food for me. Okay.
2 years.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's actually suggested something for Ask the King that actually may work. And not Ask the King. Boy, I can't speak today. Let's try this again.
That might
Wolf
work.
may be the first person in over 2 years who actually suggested something as a new patron perk that may actually fucking work. I think this may work. All right?
No.
So here's what I'm going to do. Let's mull it over for
Okay.
another day or two, but I'm going to keep this in mind. And what I'm going to probably do is come
He's gonna do it.
May.
He's going to do it. Again, as I said with many of the other things, you can tell he wants to do something when he talks about it a lot. So he's going to do it. Guaranteed.
I'm going to update my Patreon page to say the $5 perk now also will allow you to nominate and vote on an item for DSP Tries It. And I'll create those criteria and post those up on my website, okay? And maybe we'll do it for a month. Let's see how it goes for a month. Will this convince more people to pledge $5 level to my Patreon, right? And if it does, great. That helps me. And if I make enough, you know, I mean, let's be honest, 4 or 5 people already are covering the cost of whatever the product is that they pick. And we could go from there. I think this is a good idea. I think so. And no, and Solar, it could not be less than 5. Reason being, when you create really low levels like that, now you're creating way too much work because it's all a manual process. For example, every person who gets premium forum access, I have to.
Okay. Honestly, I would show you how Patreon lists the patrons, but it has personal information. I'm not going to do that. That would be too invasive. I'm not gonna do that. But it literally gives you a listing function, and you can sort the list by cleared pledges, by amounts of pledge, etc. They give you that option. So I never, like, again, there are times where he talks about Patreon, and sometimes he's right. I mean, there is a discrepancy with what's shown on the page and what the maker actually makes, etc. All that. But with this, well, it's hard work, you have to look at the list. You can easily fucking sort the fucking list of your patrons. I don't know what list he's looking at. Maybe he's just not getting the right list. But there is a way. It's dumb for him to say that there is no way. There is a way. But okay. There isn't a way, guys. But okay. And I was like, oh, I can't do $2. Then that'd be too much work. But you're getting a lot of fucking money. Sometimes you gotta put a lot of work for that, you know? Like, that's a fucking dumb reason. You're getting a lot of money, and you don't want to do it because... okay.
Manually every month, go to patreon.com, see who pledged $5, click on all their names, send them a mass message, get their messages back manually, file them via email, get that personal information, send that to my webmaster.
Like, he thinks that if he does it for like $1 or $2 as a perk level, he's gonna get the entire planet to run to his Patreon or something. Like, you're probably just gonna get like 5 extra people. Really? Well, I can't do that because then I have to go through all these lists and all this stuff, and this will double the work. Dude, you have like the smallest pool on fucking Patreon. Like, he has like what, 100 people pledging or something? Like, okay, if he gets 200, what's gonna happen? Oh no, the end of the world. Like, get out of here. Come on, really? And it's a mass message on top of that. Okay.
Master then has to upgrade them on the forums, let me know that they're upgraded. Then once they're upgraded, then they have to know to go to the thread and do stuff. See what I mean? That's a ton of work. Now imagine doing that for 100 new people because everyone did it for $2.
Dude, people work harder than you on their fucking Patreon pages. People actually send physical goods on some of their Patreon rewards, and you're saying that you can't do it? Okay.
It's too much work. I
can't. Too
can't.
much work.
For just me doing it, I can't.
That's less work than what 90% of fucking Patreon people do. That's too much work? Okay.
I'm sorry. You know, so it has to be the $5 perk level where I already have a system in place and already we have a premium forum access set up. I couldn't do another $2 premium forum access. It's too much work. So it would be $5.
But it didn't say.
There you
It didn't say that he's getting a new website that will do all of this stuff seamlessly. So now he can't do it? Okay.
go.
Chug that drink, piggy.
All right. Social and National, no, I'm not particularly looking for new mods right now. SDad5000 cheers at Where's Cat? She's at work. In fact,
By the way, I'm sure Socialist Nationalist would be a very good mod. I'm sure.
She gets out of work soon.
So let me get this straight. Someone asked him in chat, where's Kat? She's at work right now. She's coming home soon. Okay. If a detractor comes in and says, hey, where's Kat? Hey, why are you being nosy? Like, YOLO Dopper asked him, oh, does Kat like organic food or whatever? Why are you being nosy, YOLO Dopper? Stop asking personal questions like that. Hey, where's Kat? Oh, she's at work right now. There's nothing wrong with what he said about that either, but with her being at work, there's nothing, But, compared to asking if she likes organic food, what do you think is more personal? If she likes organic food or where she is? So, if you ask him what she eats, that's personal. If you ask her where she is, he'll tell you. I mean, it'll be probably a general location. So, basically, it gets funnier. The more I'm thinking about this, the funnier it is to me now. Because it's like, if you ask questions that lead to Kat being a person, he gets very, very, very defensive about it. But you ask where she is or generalized questions like that, he'll tell you immediately. So if someone, he'll tell you what her favorite game is, but if you go in there and say, hey, Dave, what is Kat like in the conversation? Is she like, does she talk a lot? Or, well, maybe not that. Maybe that's a little too invasive, I guess. But okay, go in and you ask, hey, Dave, what's Kat's favorite food? What's her favorite drink, Dave? Dave, what's Kat's favorite color? What's her favorite movie? He's gonna be like, this is personal questions? Stop trying to get nosy and get information out of me about Kat, okay? Hey, Dave, where's Kat right now? She's in the kitchen cooking din din for me. And I can't wait. Din din's gonna be so good. She's cooking meatloaf. Everyone loves meatloaf, right, dude? Oh, Kat. Oh, what's Kat's favorite food? That's personal. You need to stop being nosy and shut the fuck up. You're selling a detractor now. Okay, Dave.
A few minutes, and then of course she has to come
home.
Minutes. But yeah,
we get an exact time frame.
Social National Chewed again said you can do a $5 video on YouTube saying you're starting the stream on Twitch and then delete it after the video it goes live to get more people on streams, or people could just learn my streaming schedule.
Yeah, why try to help?
I do the same schedule every day. And people who want to watch on YouTube, and people who want to watch on Twitch, watch on Twitch. It's not like you know what I mean? Like, I don't honestly...
Then why did you include the Twitch URL in the weekend preview and Ask the King and in your description of your videos if you don't want that kind of intrusion? Okay.
Think putting out a video on YouTube every day when I go live would have any positive effect whatsoever. I'm being real here. I don't. I don't think it would make any sense. And by the way, when you delete videos on YouTube, if you delete too many, YouTube sees that as a negative against you.
Okay. He's wrong on Timmy Loves about this, but it does help. I have streamed on Twitch for a while. Now I do upload, I'm streaming right now on Twitch on 2 channels, on this channel and my original channel. Because I figured, I originally did it on my original channel, and that did help as well. Some people did come to the stream. But I started doing it on this channel as well, because I figured, I'm sure people who are on this channel would also like to see me stream. They might not want to be interested in my original videos, but they might be interested in my streams, and I was like, fuck it, who cares? And and that's why I started uploading, notifications on this channel if you haven't noticed, which you probably have. But so it does help. It does help. I mean, I do get people to watch my streams regardless, but it always helps more to get people to come to my streams, and it always worked. The other thing is he said, oh, YouTube sees it as a bad thing, deleting videos, but you're deleting one video. And that's not really hurting your channel. if you delete like 5 videos or as much as you did during the copyright strikes, yeah, that's bad. But YouTube is probably not going to give a fuck if you delete 1 video. But okay.
It's your channel. I'm not even kidding. They do. So I don't see the point of it.
Okay.
Kate just cheered 100 bits. She has a question. What are my thoughts on the DCEU movies? I really don't have any thoughts on them. I haven't liked many of them at all.
Oh, they're pretty bad, TBH. I didn't like Wonder Woman. I saw the beginning of it. Never finished it. I don't know if I really plan to. Next question is, why do I do 2 separate streams instead of 1 longer one? I do. For me, I do a mix. I sometimes do late night streams very late at night, or I do short streams, and that's because sometimes I like being alone. I like being alone. I like doing those streams. I like streaming and this and that. But I also sometimes like doing stuff offline, like playing games on my own, watching videos, listening to music. I like doing all kinds of stuff on my own time. And I like doing art. I also do a lot of commissions and this and that. Streaming is great, but I mean, it's just that there's a lot of stuff I do to stream. I look at chat, which I'm not saying that's a lot of work. I'm not saying look at chat and doing all that stuff is a lot of work, but it's just that I feel like that I like streaming because it just lets me relax a little bit more, and I get to talk to people on stream and that kind of shit, which is fun. I love doing it. That's why I stream. But I also like just to unwind on my own and do my own stuff, and I feel like if I keep streaming, I take away from that. But I also do other stuff as well in my free time that I may not want to do on stream all the time. But yeah, that's that for me.
HK47A asks the following. He says, "I hope you're doing well, and I was wondering how."
I also do videos. I should say that too. I do videos on my own time. I just finished a video recording the talking part of GameStruck, that hashtag that was going on. I'm gonna do a video response to that. I just have to do the art portion of that video, and then it'll be uploaded. So I do that as well, and I also want to have time to play games, and I need time to study, that kind of stuff.
Do double streams instead of 1 long stream. Yes, I know you take a break for dinner, but why not eat on stream? People love to see that kind of stuff. Always an interest in food. Every other streamer.
Okay, do you guys love seeing me eat? I got like some people complained about me eating during during the King, but it's like these are very long videos, so I kind of need to eat. Sorry. And I kind of want to get through these in one day as well, or this particular one at least, but I'm indifferent with eating on stream. To me, I don't mind it as long as it's like the mic is not like you're doing, then that shit has to stop. But if it's like a little bit away from the mic and I hear just light chewing, like that's fine. I can deal with that, but the way that DSP eats, it's like putting your ear next to a dog eating slop from a bowl, or a pig from a pig eating slop. It's just like you just hear. This is fucking disgusting. I get triggered enough with him drinking water and hearing like I'll even do it now. This is a sample, guys. I can't do it because I'm afraid I'm gonna spit the water out. But he keeps doing this with the water. He switches it in his mouth, and you hear it. It's just so disgusting. I don't want this fucker eating on stream. I can eat on stream because I probably don't chew that loudly. There might be instances when I do too loudly, but I try not to. I've been trying not to this whole time I've been eating this. I've been trying to eat very quietly. Unlike DSP, who just eats like a fucking pig.
I follow Eats on Stream. You can easily interact with chat too. It would be a hell of a lot better than watching 15 frames per second PUBG. I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything. Thank you for your time and have a good one.
He's saying
All right, guys.
it's better to watch
Real
that
talk.
than PUBG.
Real talk. All right. In regards to my length of my streams and the like. First of all, my first gameplay stream, I start at 10 in the morning and it ends at 4 p.m. All right, that's 6 hours straight of streaming. Now, I take one break, one 15 to 20 minute break during that period of time. Okay? So, why don't you stream 8 hours? Well, I already streamed 6. Just because out of that there's a little bit of setup and there's a pre-stream doesn't mean that I'm not streaming 6 hours. I am. All right? Then I take a couple hours break and I do a nighttime stream. All right? Why do I break my streams up? There's a couple of reasons. First of all, because my streams are different content. All right. It allows me to play a variety of games. I am a variety streamer. I am not a streamer who just plays the same game at length every single time I play a game. All right. I'm not. So doing 2 streams a day allows me to break that up and let you know there's variety content. So you can watch one game or the other.
Okay. Oh, God. Let's see this hot variety. So I think this person, yeah. Look at the variety content. Ask the King, Bloodborne. It's Ultra Street Fighter 2. PUBG, which he played for like all year. Then his day off. Back to Bloodborne, God of War, and Yakuza 6. Let's try to go back a little bit further. God of War. Like, look at this. Friday will either be God of War or maybe some Bloodborne. Like, it's just, there's no variety. Like, there is some variety, I guess, within the games he's playing in terms of, like, what he's choosing to play, but it's still, like, not enough variety. It's just kind of the same games he's been always playing. It's not really variety would be him, like, playing, like, other indie games, like, you know, let's say that he downloaded the Indivisible prototype that's for the public. That'd be, variety. Oh, he's playing, what else? Metal Gear Survive. Variety. Oh, he's playing Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Variety. Like, it's just, he needs to go out of these usual norms. He finds a game that he likes and he just plays it ad nauseum. Like, he's been playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 since it came out. And that's variety. And then he's gonna get the 30th anniversary and play more of it. Yeah, that's variety, guys.
Other game or both, but you have a variety and you have a schedule and you know when to show up for the game you want to see. Versus, oh, Phil's just playing this game for 10 hours today. That's different. And then that's not a lot of variety potential. A lot of people, for example, got burnt out on me playing God of War in the past week. Yeah, what if I was only doing one long stream of God of War every day? I would have lost even more viewership. People wouldn't have been showing up for Yakuza. People wouldn't show up.
The reason why people got burned out, gets burned out this way on DSP's stream is just that he's so bland in his commentary that all you get is the game. The game is the only thing that's entertaining in his streams. So of course people get bored of the game quickly because the streamer is bored. Or at least is not talking. Like for streams, he's just sitting there like, he looks angry for some reason when he plays video games. I don't know why. He always like looks very mad. Like, I don't know why he looks like that, but he's like always like this, and then he's like, okay, oh, got him. What? Good shit. Shout out to Hank Duma for the $1,000,000 cheer. Thank you, really appreciate that. Oh, shout out to Queen Swaggins for the 50-bit cheer. She says that she really likes me. Cool. Really appreciate that. Yeah, okay, Dave.
For tomorrow for Ultra Street Fighter 2 or PUBG or Bloodborne, they'd just be like, well, he's just playing God of War on at length, so screw it, and I'll never show up again. So that's another thing. Having the split allows me to
doing a week of Bloodborne didn't burn people out of Bloodborne? Okay.
do various games, and it ends up being better. Also, I talked about this already on this episode. I'll talk about it again. Being sedentary for extended periods of time is not good. All right? Me sitting here from 10 to 4 with one 20-minute break in itself is not healthy. Now imagine if I was here from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m.
Take more
with
breaks.
2 20-minute breaks, one of which I'm wolfing down food. That's terrible. I'm 36 years old, guys. I'm not 20 years old, till 10 time is not good. All right? Me sitting here from 10 to 4 with one 20-minute break in itself is not healthy. Now imagine if I was here from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. with 2 20-minute breaks, one of which I'm wolfing down food. That's terrible. I'm 36.
You don't need, if you're going to stream from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., you shouldn't be taking more than one break. You shouldn't be taking less than 2 breaks. You should be taking more. Again, no one streams like that. I mean, they might do it as a challenge, like, oh, I'm going to try to challenge myself doing this, but, I mean, usually people would understand why streamers take a break. The issues with DSP's breaks, however, isn't that he's taking them. I don't think that's ever the complaint when people have with him taking breaks. It's that he takes longer than he says he would. Like, even when he goes to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom. He leaves for like 20 minutes. Almost an hour. Not almost an hour, that's a lie. That's an exaggeration. But like, there's one stream, I don't remember how long, but it was long. Because it felt long. He was like, gotta take a leak, dude. Okay. And he leaves, and it's like, well, how long does it take a piss? And it was gone for like almost more than 10 minutes, it seemed. He takes long fucking breaks, and it's not that the breaks are bad. It's just that he tells us, oh, well, I'll be back in 15 minutes, and he's back at 25 minutes. And it's like, that's not really what you said, Dave.
Years old, guys. I'm not 20 years old, I have to get up and move around and do physical activity and do other things besides just sitting still. Blood clots.
What kind of activities do you do then? Do you just walk around your house? Do you do squats? I mean, some people do squats. I mean, I know I was watching an old Tevin video and I just thought about this. This is funny. Tevin, you should do it again. You don't have to, but he was during that video about Patreon about how he's gonna do multiplayer or whatever. And in that video, Tevin, during every time that DSP said something, he would do like deadlifts or something. He did some exercise. And I was like, holy shit, you know what? We need more gimmicks like that to attract your community, dude, okay? So, you know what? I'm gonna find some dumbbells, I'm gonna do some curling, some bicep curls, and I'm gonna get fucking worked out during doing these videos, and people will not be able to say that I'm a lazy bum. I'll be like, oh yeah? I'm pumping iron. But yeah, I remember that. A lot of people do shit like that.
Cholesterol issues. There's like a million things that can happen.
Cholesterol issue is more than just a sedentary issue. You get that from eating food too. It has to do with your LDL and your HDL ratio. If you're producing more LDLs than HDLs, you're gonna get fucked because LDLs are the cholesterol that the body takes to certain places that your body needs, and then the HDLs come and they kind of scavenge that cholesterol. If you have more LDLs than HDLs, then you're not going to be able to get all that fat out of your veins, etc., or arteries. It has to do with more than just sitting around, Phil. People can be skinny and still get a heart attack because it's more about what you eat and what you're doing with your life. And eating food can give you that too. Again, just because it's homemade doesn't make it healthy. I can make a hamburger at home. Does that mean that the hamburger's healthy? I mean, maybe it probably is since I'm not using grease or whatever. I'm just kind of cooking it and having normal lettuce. But at the same time, if I put ketchup on that shit, yeah, that has sugars in it.
If you're just constantly sitting. So I need to have the opportunity to have these breaks in between for my own health. And then, of course, there's the reality of the situation, making food. What food am I going to
Yeah, you make food. Okay.
eat
Okay.
if I'm only taking small breaks between my streams? Crappy fast food that I microwave? I certainly wouldn't have time to make any meals or anything.
Yeah, because Dave makes the meals. Okay. Let's take a look at the meals. Oh, that's Imgur. I'm not going to Imgur. Let's just take a look at the meals DSP makes. If this loads. Wow, look at that. He says, cat made homemade cat made? I thought Dave made food. What? How about this? This is my crazy good birthday cake. Okay. Oh, he did say cat made that too. Huh. We just made me. Yeah, okay. Okay, Dave. Oh, look at that picture. It looks like he's ready to rape someone. Sure, someone's gonna get angry at that. Oh, he made the sauce, guys. He made the sauce. My bad. I didn't account for that. What about this? Cat has made. She made the. Huh. Weird. I thought he makes food. What about this? Cat made the fucking cookies. Okay. What about this? Cat made homemade chicken enchiladas. Huh. Enjoying coffee by the fire with Cat, my lovely cook, Ivy girlfriend. How about some homemade? I almost read that as Leanna bread. I was like, what? Leanna bread? Uh-oh. Cat's first homemade dinner. But guys, DSP makes food. He makes food. So far in this, we have him claiming he helped make the meatloaf, which I fucking doubt. Because so far this looks exactly like the other food that she made. And the sauce. The sauce is the only thing he makes. That's the only thing. He makes food, okay. And Cleo pays my bills. She has a job, she pays the bills, okay.
If I was doing a crazy long stream or whatever, right? So that wouldn't even make sense. You know, and in addition to that, there's time that I'm trying to spend right now with my girlfriend, and the 2 times I get to see my girlfriend during the.
Remember, he changed his schedule to be with his girlfriend more after he streams. Remember he said that. I remember that he said that.
Day, that break between my 2 streams that I take, okay, and probably about an hour after my final stream before she goes to bed to get up for work the next day. So already I don't get to see her that much.
That sounds like you saw her more than you saw Leanna. If you're having trouble seeing your girlfriend as it is, then Cat's gonna go bye-bye. That's kind of telling me one of 2 things. Either he's lying about spending more time with Cat during after his streams and during the day off. He's either lying about that, or I just lost it. I lost my second thought. That sucks. Yeah, you know, I think it's that Cleo pic that's above me. I'm looking at that and it's just mesmerizing me. I'm just looking at it and just see that big eye, those big eyes, her nose just going to the lens.
Now I'm going to take that away. See, it doesn't make any sense. The people who you know, who are streaming these incredibly long streams and taking no breaks and are eating during stream, are probably much younger than me, don't have the life that I have, that's for sure. The bottom line is, if I had started streaming when I was 20 years old and it was something that was making me a lot of money, I probably would have streamed marathons all the time, and I would have done these kind of ridiculously unhealthy things and stuff like this. But for the most part, it's not something that makes sense for me at 36 years old. I've got to be conscious of myself, conscious of my health, conscious of, you know, being able to move around, being able to cook healthier meals and do this stuff. I can't just be sitting here streaming 10 straight, 12 straight hours. It's the same thing people ask me, why don't I do crazy long marathons like other YouTubers? Why don't you do a 23-hour marathon? Because I'm going to die. I would go to the hospital. You know? Sorry, that's just reality. People don't seem to realize this.
He can't stream for 24 hours because he could die, guys. But, I mean, it's not like you could just take breaks and then, like, eat dinner, take, like, an hour break, then come back to do and finish up the 24-hour stream. No, you can't do that. That's dumb. Okay.
And, you know, I understand that because a lot of you guys, quite frankly, are much younger than me. And I understand that. Maybe you're in different health conditions than me, right? And stuff like that. That's fine, but I'm not in that situation. I need my breaks. I want to see my girlfriend. I want to eat healthy meals. I don't want to have a life that 100% is degraded because I'm sitting here streaming for 12 hours a day and I don't move and I become a big unhealthy blob and I die of heart disease. Sorry, that's just real talk, all right?
You can get heart disease right now.
Necro Noel cheered and said, I'm not sure if giving your thoughts about this, but did you see the new Venom trailer? I saw some of it. I wasn't...
He didn't... He gets all get a heart disease because he doesn't go to the gym. Just walking isn't enough. That's not enough. Like, you would probably have to walk, like, long distances. Because it's like if you're, doing, curls with 5 pounds, like with a 5-pound dumbbell and you're doing this. Like, that's not gonna do much. If you do 10 reps, you would have to do, like, a lot of fucking reps for that 5-pound weight to actually do something. That's why people usually go up different weights, because it, you know... You need to do that to get more muscle mass. But if you're gonna do 5 pounds, you would have to do a lot of reps and a lot of stuff. Walking, yeah, you can burn fat. You can do this, but you're not gonna get much out of it. You know, you'll get enough, I guess, for the bare minimum. But I mean, he can still get a heart attack because he eats food that has fat in it. Again, just because it's homemade does not make the food healthy. 100% perfect for your body. Okay.
Impressed. It seems to me it's going to be one of these CGI, very heavy movies. And quite frankly, it isn't great. I mean, Tom Hardy's a good actor, but what are they going to do with the plot? I don't know. I wasn't impressed by the trailer. I'll leave it short and sweet.
How can you judge the plot of a movie off of a trailer? He's like, I don't know the plot, so the movie looks bad. You won't know the plot until you watch the movie.
Wasn't impressed. All right. That's it for the forum questions. Now we're going to move on to Twitter questions. All right. And then after Twitter questions, by the way, Twitter questions were really good this week. I got a lot of really good questions that I want to give you elaborate answers on. And then we're going to do live Q&A with the stream. All right.
Live Q&A, more like a sheer bid tip Q&A, but okay. Let's see. Oh my god. What are the craziest things people have said about me? I don't think anyone would say anything crazy about me. I mean, I guess I could say, like, oh, when people say you're just like DSP, but that's, like, not really... It's not really anything. Craziest thing someone said about me. I can't think of anything. I don't think... I guess maybe people calling me a Greek immigrant, I guess. Because I was born in fucking America. Okay? Born and raised in America, and you're telling me I'm a Greek immigrant? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm a Greek immigrant, guys. Wow, crazy stuff. Oh, oops.
All right. So let's get into some Twitter questions here. So the first question is from that Xer guy, and he says, "What is the craziest thing that you've ever heard people say about you, or say something about you?"
Talk about the escort.
You guys certainly know a lot of the crazy things, all right, that people say and do in regards to me. Probably two of the craziest are things that happened just recently. Because here's the thing. People, when my ex-girlfriend accused me of going out with a girl who was underage, which was a lie, never happened.
Wait, what?
Probably two of the craziest are things that happened just recently. Because here's the thing. People, when my ex-girlfriend accused me of going out with a girl who was
That when I heard that the first time, that kind of went in my ears, and then I heard it again. Did you hear that? He said that his ex-girlfriend accused him. Mmm.
and do in regards to me. Probably two of the craziest are things that happened just recently. Because here's the thing. People, when my ex-girlfriend accused me of going out with a girl who was underage, which was a lie, never happened. She was
I mean, I think obviously he's talking about. It's probably a slip up because DSP does have verbal diarrhea syndrome and he just farts out words and he doesn't really connect them very well. And then he never tries to remedy it because he literally said that his ex girlfriend accused him of being a pedophile. But okay.
was always of age when I was dating her and stuff like that. But they
Ted also brought this up on his stream that DSP thinks when he thinks pedophile thinks child molester, but the thing is with that, I so that's something. I mean, I kind of agree with that. Like because the thing is that he went out with a girl that was like 10 years younger than him, like a little bit more than 10 years or so, and that's a little creepy. I mean, technically it's not illegal because she's of age, as he said, but it's a little, like, disturbing. Like, that's why people were saying those things, because it was disturbing to see a 30-something-year-old man, go out with a 20-something-year-old girl. Like, it wasn't like she was, like, 4 years apart. It was, like, more than that. Like, she turned 21 when they were dating. In like 2014 or 2015, whenever they went to Seattle together, she turned 21. And he was like 33 or something. That's what people were having trouble with. And he's like, no, see, I'm not a pedophile. See, because she's 20. It's like, okay, Dave.
call me a pedophile, but that's just stupidity, right? Phil's a scam artist. What? Okay, prove it. And there's no proof whatsoever. It's just completely, things that are based on snippets of fact that are completely spun out of proportion. And
yeah, saying that he took people's money for Project 7 and delivered nothing it doesn't look like a scam. Says the guy that cries about Tim Schafer taking money for Broken Mirror or whatever, Broken Age or whatever the fucking shit that was called. It says that he's a scam artist, but Tim Schafer delivered something. You delivered nothing. You took the money and said, thanks for the money, dummy. Yeah. That doesn't sound sleazy at all.
Not true, whatever. And when I tell the full story, people are like, that's really what happened. Yeah, that's really what happened, but people don't want to say that. They want to make up shit, right?
Okay.
But that stuff is just normal stuff. The two things that probably were
look, ask anyone. Hey, if you buy something and you get nothing in return, is that a scam? And see what they'd say. They're probably gonna say yeah. I mean, I'll save you the trouble. They're probably gonna say yeah, that sounds like a scam. But if you ask them, yeah, but what if the person who didn't give you anything in return said, well, I could give you, I can't give you what you paid for, so instead I'm gonna take your money and put it to something else. Is that a scam? And they're probably gonna say yeah, it's a scam because he took the money. First off, he didn't even, he only lowered half of the goals for that following month after Project 7 debacle. So half the money he just kept. He literally just kept and gave nothing. So only half of it went to the next month's goal. The other half went to his bank account and he laughed his way to his bank. Okay, that's not scammy at all. No. I'm just a negative dick, right?
Craziest. Number one, that I had a escort that I was paying to come visit me and pretend to be my girlfriend, and that during the holidays or during December, the time that I took off.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I've been making constant jokes about this on Twitter lately. But what if Kat is an escort? think about it. I'm not. I don't really believe that it is, but it's really funny. It's really funny how she moves in, and we're starting to get less and less information about her. She only is there for cooking. He gets Schwann's as well on top of that. I mean, it's kind of funny how he can't do DSP tries it as much. He found a way not to do it. He can't do co-op games with Kat at all for reasons. But all we see here is with food, and then he says that he has a Schwann's account. I mean, that's on trial, but you know, it's really really weird. So what I'm getting at is, what if Kat is an escort? Like he hired someone to come to his house for him to take a picture of and say, "See, look, I have a girlfriend." Because he told us that we would get to know her and all this other stuff. He does a video with her. She doesn't feel comfortable there. She's kind of walking around, this and that. It was like she had a phone under the camera, just doing this, and she's just talking to someone else. She's like, yeah, you know. Then he took some pictures of her in the chair in her office that doesn't look furnished at all. I mean, she might not be an escort, but DSP is making it seem like it. I don't know. But it's really weird. It just, like, this seems more legit to be an escort than the shit that's been going on last year about it. I mean, I don't think she's an escort. I don't think that's the case at all. I think DSP is being dumb and overprotective about Kat. That's honestly what I think. I just think that he's just like, I can't show her on camera. If she's on camera, she'll be doxxed and attacked. Okay? She cannot be on camera a lot. But it's just really weird that he finds excuses to go back on what he hyped her up to be, leading to her move. Because he kept telling us, oh, she'll be in DSP tries it too. She'll be in DSP tries it. She'll play co-op games with me. We have a game that we were really hyped to play together in March. It's gonna be exciting. And then March comes, well, we're not interested in playing A Way Out, guys. And it's like, that's like the perfect co-op game, and it's like they can't play together. Like, you know, it's really weird how everything lined up perfectly for it not to be on camera anymore. Okay.
I was spending with an escort, and the fact that apparently I was spending money that I was raising on my streams.
Someone's
for an
gonna buy
rather
that.
than for taxes, which is
yeah,
what I was trying to raise it for.
She is an escort.
Just crazy shit like that. It's insanity. And the thing is, none of it was based on any snippet of truth. There was no factual evidence. There was not anything, because it was completely fabricated. It was 100% fake. It wasn't like, oh, there was a little bit of base of fact that we based on. It was complete bullshit.
Well,
and it was complete identity.
Well, not necessarily. Because you said it that your girlfriend likes Assassin's Creed. That escort Twitter said that she liked Assassin's Creed. So she kind of made evidence coincide with what you said.
Theft and catfishing, but the people who make this shit up and spread these rumors about me are so fucking dumb that they believed it and they bought it hook, line, and sinker because they're that stupid.
Not everyone believed it. I mean, like, yeah, I might have said, like, oh, well, there might be something to it, but I took it as a theory. The only time that I believed something, oh, I don't even remember. I know there was a time where I did say, oh, this is the case, and then I found it to be wrong. I can't remember what it was, though. Oh, well. I can't think of it. It probably happened, like, a while ago. Well, it is what it is. But not everyone believed it. And then, like, honestly, around January is really when people started to, like, kind of lose interest in it, because it started to feel more and more fake the more it went on. So it wasn't that no one believed that everyone believed it. It was just like more and more people started to kind of get skeptical. It just sounded legit before, but I think around the time when she started talking about dildos being shoved up his ass is when people started to be like, wait. And the only reason why people started to bring it up in his streams constantly is because it was funny to see him react to it. Because he kept getting baited about it. But okay.
They're that ignorant and stupid, they all bought it. And for months, it was 2 months, where this bullshit lie and rumor was pushed along and spread about all this, right? You know, this is so ridiculously dumb. And...
well, I'm done with my lunch, guys.
You know, Chuck Morris says he likes my shirt. Well, then you should give a shout out to Kat. Kat actually bought me this shirt. She saw it in a store and she said this would be something cool you could wear on stream. So shout out to Kat.
Yeah, why wear your own shirt? Oh, this shirt that's not mine looks really cool. I should wear it on stream. Thank Kat Almighty. Thank you, Kat.
Kat for buying me this shirt. I really do like the shirt.
Thank Kat.
Thank you, baby.
Well,
all right.
Kat? Are you in the ceiling again? Oh, man.
So that went on for 2 months. You know, people catfishing the internet into believing that I had an escort or whatever. And I guess eventually what was supposed to happen, they were going to try to extort me out of money and say that if I didn't pay them money to shut up, that they were going to keep going and keep slandering me. When in reality, I knew eventually it was going to blow up anyway, because again, there was no factual evidence. It was a complete fabricated lie. So how the hell is that ever going to eventually hurt me? I don't know. All right. But the other thing...
You said that, but then I remember him saying at some point that, well, think about if I try to get a job. They're going to see all the stuff about the escort, dude. Okay.
That I would say. That was the most ridiculous thing.
I'm surprised he didn't say that. Like, oh, you try to ruin my relationship, my credibility by saying I have an escort. That would hurt my business, dude. Because who would want to... I do remember him saying that. He didn't bring it up again. Okay.
Recently, there was some streamer, I guess he's an FGC streamer. I don't know who the fuck he is. Never heard of him. But apparently on stream, he said to his followers, oh, Darkside Phil. Oh, Darkside Phil's that guy. He's hated by the entire fighting game community, and he was permanently banned from every tournament because he went to EVO and he was trying to stab people or threaten people with a knife. And he didn't ever... I don't know if he ever corrected himself or whatever.
I don't know if he ever corrected himself. Which, by the way, he did. He did correct himself, but he always says afterwards because it's very telling the kind of person DSP is.
But he said this to all his viewers, like hundreds of viewers on stream. And people were like, wow, that guy's a real piece of shit. He would go threaten people with a knife. That never happened at all. He apparently got me confused with another guy from the fighting game community.
He apparently got him confused. But, you know, how did DSP say that? Because I heard this before, that he confused DSP with someone else. Oh, from that streamer. So DSP says, I don't know if he ever corrected himself, and then says exactly, like, almost word for word what the guy said about after he corrected himself. Okay, Dave.
Who I guess did do that, I don't know. But that has nothing to do with me whatsoever. I was an organizer of the fighting game community. I was someone who ran tournaments. I was someone who was well respected on the East Coast of the United States as a top...
Now, I'm on the East Coast. I have not heard this guy's name at all. I went to a convention a few years ago, and not one of them. And I was in like the room where they did all the fighting game tournaments. No one there talked about DSP. No one cared. If he was well respected, I would have assumed his name would have been around. I don't know.
Player and a tournament organizer. I was the person who ended fights at tournaments. I was the guy who did not, you know, I created a safe environment for people at tournaments. It was
Dave, you don't need to lie this hard. I was ending fights. I was the peacekeeper. Okay, Dave. Okay.
Literally the complete polar opposite of what this idiot said on stream. And I couldn't
believe... This idiot said on stream that corrected himself, dummy.
That people were telling me, did you hear that this guy said this and now people are saying this? I was like, what are you talking about, dude?
What are you talking about?
Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's complete nonsense. But again, I have no idea who he is, you know, but this is some of the dumb shit people say about me. And then the thing is, people will spread that as fact. They'll say, oh, Phil was the guy who was banned from...
Yeah, how often do we hear about DSP carrying a knife in the tournament? If everyone spread that rumor around, wouldn't we hear more of it? Oh, that's why it didn't stick, because the guy corrected himself. And he corrected himself the same day. the same stream too. Yeah, okay, Dave.
Fighting in community for threatening people with knives at tournaments. Sure. What the fuck? No
What the
evidence,
fuck?
nothing. Just say whatever you want about me. Those are probably the two most ridiculous things. The escort thing and the threatening thing, because boy, were those ludicrous.
I like how he said that those two things were the worst things. Yeah, being called a pedophile or racist, that kind of stuff. That's okay. That's fine. Oh, someone said stuff that can be easily proven false. That's really fucked up. I mean, sure, but I mean, I don't know. I would probably take being called a pedophile more seriously than something that I know to be false, and other people can probably vouch for that.
The truth of the matter is, in reality, in these days, not a lot and much is said about me anymore. The things that are said about me are so blown out of proportion because what they try to do is they try to, oh, Phil said something, let's twist it and say it to someone else to get him in trouble, right? Let's make it sound like Phil said one thing.
Yeah, that's what happened when you got banned the first 2 times, right? People twisted what you said. Okay.
That he didn't really say, so that we could get him in trouble with other people who will then shit on him publicly, because it's hilarious to hear people shit on Phil publicly, right? So that's what they try to do now. They try to twist my stuff to be stuff that I didn't say. They mass report me to Twitch and try to get me in trouble for stuff I didn't do. That's what they try to do today, because really, the reality of the fact is, I'm very different than I used to be. There was a time when, yeah, there was controversial stuff going on my streams.
You are
and videos
still like that. You fucking put words in... I love it. I did a video on this a few days ago, and you know what? In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done that video. I had in the back of my mind in that video, I really was 90% okay with it, but the 10% of me was like, I don't think you should upload this, but I uploaded it anyway because I felt comfortable with that opinion in a way. But I'm probably somewhat wrong in that video, which is fine. Or I'm wrong entirely in that video. It is what it is. No one can be right all the time. Remember that. No one's 100% right all the time. But it's funny that he says this, but then, like, Tolo got mad about how he twisted his opinion to make him say that he didn't like Monster Hunter World, right? The whole thing with Tolo. And Deez was like, people are twisting my words, man. I never said stuff. Then why did Tolo get mad at you, Phil? And it wasn't like any detractor twisted your words to make Tolo mad at you. It was directly what you said about Monster Hunter World, that you put words in his mouth. But okay, yeah, that's the detractors. We made Tolo mad, guys. Okay.
All the time. That doesn't really happen anymore. I'm more laid back now. I'm a lot less rage prone. I certainly don't take the bait in a lot of cases.
I don't take the bait. Yeah, you fucking do. It's very easy to get baited. And the thing is that not necessarily he has to sit there and start yelling at people to take the bait. I mean, that's taking the bait too. But he could also take the bait by just saying, oh, idiot in the stream chat, fuck, you gotta ban him. That's taking the bait. Doing all this, like, show about banning people is taking the bait. Why do you think people, like, try to get Low Tier God to ban them? Because they get to bait him by having him say, get that ass banned. But at the same time, though, it's kind of like, entertained at that point. I mean, the fact that Low Tier God has a get that ass banned counter kind of tells you something about his viewpoint of it. But I mean, some people use bait as a way to make their streams entertaining, etc. But he takes every single bait. Okay.
Like, for example, a few people here today were asking about detractors. I'm not going to bring that shit up. That's a waste of my time. You know what I mean?
But if you talk about YouTube, he will take the bait all the time. If you say, man, Phil, YouTube is ridiculous, with all their demonetization and stuff. It's ridiculous. People think, yeah, man, YouTube's a piece of shit. Fuck YouTube. But okay.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is. There you go.
All right. Let's see here. Hold on. What on earth are you talking about, social and national? There's no way I'm reading that tweet. Or that cheer. It's completely politically fueled. I have no idea what he's saying. Oh my god. Let's go to the next question.
Oh my god. Next question as he burps into the mic. Would I ever return to Dino Crisis? That's not a good.
Now all of a sudden Microsoft's
That's not a good question. Oh, what's this cheer? This cheer sounds interesting. Mr. Anderson. You mentioned heart disease and being afraid of it, but you certainly are not healthy. People in better shape than you are at risk, so you taking that as an excuse to not stream is disingenuous at best, unless you were going to use the breaks to exercise. You're not doing much. Plus, you've mentioned this in the past, how your job is much harder than people who do actual work. But they don't have long breaks either. Pack your lunches, eat healthier. Okay, that's quite a cheer. This question, will Microsoft do more single-player games now that God of War is a hit for Sony? Okay. A few things about this. Sony has had a lot of hits with their single-player games. If you just think about it, Persona 5 was in my opinion, one of the big hits there. But okay, let's not focus on Persona 5, I guess. Horizon Zero Dawn did pretty well. That was, everyone loved that game. What else? Uncharted 4. Wolfenstein 2 is single player only. That's not exclusive. But I mean, Sony has hits, but come on. I don't think that Microsoft's gonna be like, we need to do single player games, guys, because Sony gets a hit. They're just gonna do their own thing. Microsoft doesn't really have to worry because they're doing better than well, actually, no, they're doing pretty bad.
It's got egg on their face because they look really stupid for saying stuff like that, right? Okay, track results, right? I don't know. From Il Axel Roderick, he asks, do you think we're going to see more single-player games on the Microsoft console?
Hold on, did he put the wrong timestamp?
Now all of a sudden Microsoft's got egg on.
He put the wrong timestamp.
Big Wigs came out.
Wow.
Do you think we're going to see more single-player games on the Microsoft console now that God of War made a wave in the industry? I don't know, because I already talked about this earlier on the show, how Microsoft bigwigs came out and said, oh, single-player games, are not what gamers want. Just look at track results, right? And then you get God of War, blows everything out of the fucking water, and now all of a sudden Microsoft's got egg on their face because they look really stupid for saying stuff like that. I don't think
it was Microsoft that said that. I thought it was EA that said no one cares for single-player games or whatever. But okay. Yeah, God of War is such a explosive game, guys. Changes the face of gaming for forever. We'll never look at gaming the same ever again because God of War came out, guys. God of War. Ooh, man, let me tell you, gaming has never been so different. It changed. It was the game that changed everything.
Right? Okay. All right, we got another troll who just got banned. A lot of troll cheers today. A lot of troll cheers. They think I'm going to address them when in reality I'm not going to. So there you go.
There you go. Thanks for the money, dummy. This is why you shouldn't give DSP money.
Anyway, that being said, it's weird because Microsoft seems to be flavor of the month in a lot of ways. Whatever seems to be the popular thing, that's what they got to get in on, right?
Like you had to get it on God of War day one because you need those day one views. Okay.
And so Microsoft has been selling their game devs, you got to develop more online co-op games. Look at Sea of Thieves, a game that's very bare bones, but hopefully people will play it because they'll get hooked on it.
So he's talking like how Microsoft's telling their team to make a co-op only game. List only one game. Yeah, sounds like Microsoft forced a lot of developers to make co-op only games. One game. Okay.
With their friends, just like people got hooked on Destiny and hooked on The Division and hooked on all these other co-op games. Let's hope they get hooked.
What the fuck is this? This is like double jerk off. Like, oh my god. Okay.
And then we could get in with a constant revenue stream later of DLCs and other shit, right? I think it's stupid. I think that if you look at the core of gaming, we have a proven track record that single-player games that have AAA quality development Great stories, great graphics, great gameplay, robust amount of stuff to do in the game with, bang for your buck kind of value. These games always do well. I don't think we've had great graphics. If you look at the core of gaming, we have a proven track record that single-player games that have AAA quality development, great stories, great graphics, great gameplay, robust amount of stuff to do in the game with, bang for your buck kind of value.
But the thing with those games, though, is that they probably are expensive to make. Like God of War looks good, and has all this stuff. But do you think that's a cheap game that they made? Do you think Santa Monica didn't Sony and Santa Monica did not put a lot of money in that game? No. So it's probably a lot of money. Not a lot of developers have that kind of money sitting around. I mean, you think that Indivisible's gonna have that kind of level of content? I mean, it's gonna have a lot of stuff. Sure, it's gonna be a good game, probably, hopefully, better, probably, but it's probably not gonna be okay, guys, AAA budget here. It's probably a very indie budget. It's probably a small budget that's getting, and I mean, the fact that there was another stretch goal that they reached, by the way, of getting full voice acting for the game. Kind of tells you what kind of budget that game has. It's a very small budget, so you can't really just assume that every company is willing to put as much money as God of War received into their games. That's a little unrealistic, and a lot of companies won't do that because that's a lot of money. A lot of people, with Metal Gear Solid 5, look at that. A lot of people have these theories why it turned out the way that it did, but probably the most likely is that MGS5 took a lot of money. I think the budget was over almost $1 billion. It was either $2 billion or $2 million. I know that's a big difference, but it's one of those two. And do you think Konami was okay, Kojima, we're gonna keep you on board with our company, and we'll give you the same kind of budget? No, because if MGS5 tanked, which it didn't, but if it did, Konami would be out of money, and that probably fucking would hurt them. And they saw that, and it didn't, and it succeeded. But at the same time, they're well, we don't want this guy to come up with this another game, and take as much money and keep risking our money on these games that might eventually run out. So no company's gonna want to do that.
These games always do well. I don't think we've had a giant AAA release in the past 20 years where a bunch of investment and a bunch of effort and a bunch of non-stuff went into it, and it didn't sell well. Name one. You know what I mean? The problem is, these game development companies...
Look at the gaming history, though, Dave. You would have seen that there were games that had a lot of budget that did not perform well, and we don't see them anymore. I mean, I'm sure, I don't necessarily remember. I know there are a few games that I was thinking about, but there are games out there that, Darkstalkers was made by Capcom. That's a big game, right? They're not making a sequel to that game anytime soon. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because it has a big budget and, positive reviews definitely will correlate into more sales, right? Ooh, excuse me.
These now are looking for the quick buck. Well, that's great. We sold the game on day one, but then we didn't get the giant revenue stream coming out the butt end of the game too, and that's what they're looking for. So they're looking to nickel and dime you with the Destiny games, buy every deal.
They're looking for that, but they're also mostly invested in launch sales during that period, that window.
DLC, right? Or buy this game and then do 1 million microtransactions after the fact. That's what they want. That's their life's blood right now, is to get an insane amount of...
But it's okay. It's okay for Uncharted 4 to sell a season pass that they eventually canceled, by the way. I ended up buying that season pass. Luckily, they gave me the Lost Legacy for free. They only offered the Lost Legacy for free because they canceled the season pass, and they knew people would be pissed off that they gave money to something and got nothing for it. So, of course, they gave the Lost Legacy for free for those owners. But they took it away. Okay.
Money out of every game that they release. Also, they don't want to put a lot of time and effort into game development. They want to put out a game within 2 years that's going to bring in an insane amount of revenue for them. So
because they can't they can't like spend money and make no money in the meantime. Like imagine if you were making a game and you release one game, you're like, oh, this game sold a lot, I made this much money, okay. And then then you go like, okay, we're gonna up the ante, we're gonna make a sequel. Okay, take that budget, you put that into that game company, or in that game. Okay, so what's paying the bills? What is really sustaining that company? I mean, sure, the game was was a dynamo, sure, when it sold, but now the money's drying out. What are you gonna do? Oh, you need you need to make quicker games in the meantime. You can't really just constantly expect companies to pump out like big games year after year after year after year. I mean, look at the time gap. Look at the gap between God of War 3 and this new God of War. It took a long time. Do you think Santa Monica was just sitting there just playing with God of War during that time? Okay.
That's the problem right now. Microsoft claims, oh, we didn't have enough time to develop our own game studios or whatever. No, the problem is you told your game studios to develop bad games that could have revenue streams for you instead of developing.
What game? What games? He only listed Fortnite. Not Fortnite, oops. Sea of Thieves. That's the only game he mentioned. Gears of War has a single-player campaign. Halo has a single-player campaign. They might not have been good games, necessarily, but they had campaigns.
Developing good games that would sell. So instead of God of War, you now have Sea of Thieves, and no one's ever going to play it. So it's your own fault. You know what I mean? Like, you guys say, that's Microsoft's fault. Now, will Microsoft management wise the fuck up now and say, oh shit, we really screwed the pooch here. We shouldn't have tried to go on this stupid cooperative games trend, and instead we should just make good games again? I don't know, but when you look at Microsoft's IPs, Halo has fallen off. Really, the Halo games are nowhere near as good as they used to be. Gears of War has fallen off, right? We've got State of Decay 2 coming out in May. That's Microsoft's the fuck up now and say, oh shit, we really screwed the pooch here. We shouldn't have tried to go on this stupid cooperative games trend, and instead we...
What cooperative games did they release other than Sea of Thieves? Okay.
Just make good games again? I don't know, but when you look at Microsoft's IPs, Halo has fallen off. Really, the Halo games are nowhere near as good as they used to be. Gears of War has fallen off, right? We've got State of Decay 2 coming out in May. That's a Microsoft exclusive. Okay, great. Hopefully that's good because State of Decay 1 was a really huge hit. But outside of that, what else does Microsoft really have anymore? What are the Microsoft...
I like how he's using co-op games, whatever, instead of exclusives. Microsoft doesn't have any exclusives.
Exclusive IPs that are going to put gamers butts in seats to buy their game and play the game and hype their games. I don't know. You can't live on the past for so long. They're living on the laurels of Halo and Gears of War, and that could only go so far. Where are your new IPs that are going to drive your console sales and drive the success of your game studios? I don't see them, I
don't know Scalebound. That was the only one I was hyped for.
In reality, even if Microsoft Game Studio heads said, oh shit, we got to get back to single-player games, what could they do? I don't know. Do they even have the talent? Are these guys talented enough to put out a game at the level of God of War? I don't know.
The thing is that fucking, like, Microsoft doesn't have... Rare is not, like, a Microsoft-made company. They bought Rare. They could get other companies to make games exclusively for their console. Dead Rising 3 was a Xbox exclusive, which I don't know why that's not on PS4 yet, but okay. And then, like, I mean, Santa Monica is not really, like, I guess that is a Sony studio, but I don't know if like, I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, we all definitely have to applaud Santa Monica Studios.
Why?
For putting out one of the best games in years, right? Definitely got.
Why? What if I don't think God of War is a good game in years? We just have to, we have to applaud them. We have to like everything Santa Monica has blessed us with us. God of War is just such an amazing game. Guys, I think God of War is the most goddess of wars. Guys, it's the best. It's the best. We owe it to ourselves. We should all visit Santa Monica Studios and and give them a standing ovation, give them the Nobel Peace Prize. They made God of fucking War the 4th installment or so of a franchise, guys. That is amazing. They decided to make a game that's a continuation of a franchise that everyone likes. That is just amazing. They blessed us with God of War. Thank God for God of War. Thank you. Holy shit, the heavens have given us God of fucking War, guys.
God of War, a higher level than a lot of the crap that we've been playing for a long time. All right, so we got to give credit where credit is due. That game definitely is going above and beyond what people are expecting.
Above and beyond. A game that has a combat mechanic that you can hit enemies. Like you have a heavy attack, a light attack, you have a block. There's difficulty settings. There's a story, guys. God of War has a story. Whoa, I know, you guys are probably sitting there saying, holy shit, Theo, God of War has a story? It does. DSP, you nailed it on the head. I think Donald Trump, if you're watching this video, I want you to give the official presidential prize, whatever presidents do, give Santa Monica Studios an award for making God of fucking War. I mean, it's reinventing the wheel with God of War, guys. They changed the face of gaming by making another game in a franchise that has a story, guys. How many games have stories? Yeah, I thought so.
Expecting for a standard AAA release these days. But Microsoft, man, they got to do so much more to get on par.
Yeah, no other game in years. Not even last year. Don't tell me that there were games from last year that had stories that made you think and were interesting and that kind of stuff. Those don't count. Because they're not fucking God of War, okay? Stupid people. I mean, come on.
So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they realize they can't live up to that hype. Or that level, that expectation. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. All right, so a few shout outs here. Shout out to Kate, who cheered 25 bits. And what are your thoughts on wrestling? Do you think it was better back in the day or now in modern day? That was kind of drawn back. We're coming in from the indies. We've got here. Haseo did a 100-bit cheer and said, here's a non-troll cheer. Thank you, Haseo. Social and National did a 25-bit cheer.
I'm still blown away at how much he was sucking God of War's dick. It blows my mind. I'm sorry that it's just, I'm watching this. And it's just like, out of nowhere, he's starting sucking God of War's dick. He's like, God of War is amazing. We should all applaud fucking Santa. Like, oh my god. Dude, that is, I thought I was a fucking cuck about Skullgirls and how much I was like shilling that game, but I mean, DSP out-cucked me with God of War. Like, Jesus. Oh, man.
Do you think there should be more third-person games? I like Spec Ops The Line, and I personally like third-person games. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with third-person perspective, and I think, personally, there's a lot more that can be done with the genre. We've seen third-person games be very popular recently, you know, in RPGs, shooters, action-based games, adventure games. It could be a lot of different stuff. Third-person games are great.
I like third-person
116
games.
just did a 500-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Kula. I actually believe you're the cheerleader for today, by the way. And he says, cheers from a longtime viewer. Hope all is well. Thank you very much for that, Kula. Appreciate that. And Kula also subscribed to the channel for the 4th month in a row. So there you go. Thank you, Kula, for the 4th month resub. Great.
Great.
All right, let's keep going. We got more Twitter questions, guys. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see. What do I think about the clear shift of older video game characters becoming fathers or facing more mature issues? I like how in the question he brings up Joel, and Joel, like, he wasn't an established video game character. The first game he's in, he's a father, but okay. This is a silly fucking question, in my opinion, for many reasons. Well, I keep saying many reasons, but a few reasons. Whatever, it is what it is. Sound good? There you go. These characters that are becoming fathers or dealing with, like, how many games are there, though? I don't know. I can't think of any. I mean, you can kind of bring up Evil Within, but that guy was always been a father. You know. I mean, there's more parental themes in games, I guess, but it's just whatever they want to do with the story. And I think with Kratos and God of War, to use that amazing game, life changing game as an example, he was always a character that was just out for revenge and this, that, and in God of War 4, I think it's just that people like characters more now that are kind of uh, cynical or really thinking about their past or something. Like, that, like, there is something fun seeing, like, this guy relax. Look at, this is a spoiler of Blade Runner, so if you haven't seen the new Blade Runner, I'm sorry, but in Blade Runner, like, look at Harrison Ford's character. He's this retired guy, he's old, and he's just like, he's just chilling there. What's this guy gonna do? I mean, it's not the same guy as he was in the first Blade Runner, and then you see him do shit. It's kind of cool seeing, like, this guy go back to what he was in some ways. It's like, even Logan. Like, look at Logan, how that character has grown, and I love that movie. I love Logan. That's such a good movie. Uh, and I think there is something fun and intriguing seeing characters that used to be like these kind of brash young characters kind of becomes more like chiseled, like kind of, I don't want to do what I was. I mean, I don't mind it, but I just want to relax for it, but I just want to do my own thing. And then like something wraps them in, they're like, okay, I'm back in, and it's like, oh shit.
From Kekin. What's up, Kekin?
Kekin,
He has a question.
my favorite cut that's never been on stream before. Hey, Kekin.
He says, what do you think about the clear shift of a lot of older video game characters that are starting to have now where they're in fatherhood or their older years? For example, Kratos, Joel, Nathan Drake, Kazuma Kiryu, etc. I think it's a natural progression, Kekin, because here's the thing. Now games are being taken more seriously, and I think what game developers are realizing, gamers are getting older. People in their 30s.
Well, it's not even that. It's also like in the timeline of those games. Like, look at the timeline. They're getting older in the timeline. Like, Kazuma is like, how old is he in Yakuza 6? Like, it's like the end of the timeline of the Yakuza franchise. Yakuza 0 took place before 1. It was in the 80s. So, obviously, we would get a young Kazuma Kiryu. And then Yakuza 1 happened, then 2, then 3, then 4, then so on and so on. So, of course, he would get naturally older. And
30s and 40s are still gaming because they grew up with gaming and it's become an integral part of their entertainment and their lives. So you want to see your favorite characters who over the years you've grown up with and played through various game franchises. You want to see them become older, become more mature, and learn to be things like fathers and dads, just like normal people. You want your characters to be relatable. The bottom line is there's video game characters out there that are not relatable. Duke Nukem is not a relatable video game character. He's a super machismo, super into, getting his own way and adrenaline pumping, tearing enemies apart, but he never gets older. He doesn't have life relatable issues. All he does is blow the shit out of enemies and aliens.
Because it wouldn't work for the kind of game Duke Nukem is. I mean, I've not played Duke Nukem, so I can't really say, but I would assume it would be out of character or just weird. Having this game where it has lines like, I'm gonna rip off your head and shit down your neck. Then suddenly be like, I'm gonna get my daughter back. You fucking took my daughter? You fucking betrayed me. That would be kind of weird going from that to, I'm gonna rip off your head and shit down your neck. Kind of weird.
Guns, and then he has sex with women. That's it. That's not a relatable character because it's not realistic.
But then you praise Kratos, but in God of War 1 through 3, he just goes around having sex with ladies and he kills gods. That's relatable. Okay.
That's a overgeneralized character. But when you look at the more...
Overgeneralized? What the fuck is that? Generalized is more like, businessmen are very serious, uptight, and, they always wear business suits. That's a generalization of a businessman. But whatever.
Hyper-realistic characters, like a Nathan Drake, like a Kazuma Kiryu, right? These characters who you've now played in 3, 4, 5 games, you want to see something that's a lot more relatable. And to see someone like Kratos, who for 4 video games, actually more than that because there were the PSP games too, but for at least 4 video games was this very rage-centered character. All he cared about was getting revenge and killing the gods and all the horrible things the gods did to him. He needs to tear them apart and get ultimate revenge on them. And to see him now evolve and become a character who actually cares about his son and completely change and become more relatable and become more realistic.
More relatable? Really? So we can relate to a character that that's killing gods, mythical gods, and teaching his son how to kill. We can relate to that. I mean, maybe we can relate in the sense, in terms of hunting, but I mean, Kratos wasn't teaching Atreus to just hunt. Like, yeah, it starts off with him learning how to hunt, but he was also training to kill gods and shit. But okay. We can relate to that, guys.
Like all of us, and to face situations like parenting that all of us face in our real lives.
Parenting, Kratos has to face a real issue. Parenting. Yeah, that's a real issue, but I mean, not everyone is a parent.
Cool. And what it shows is that they realize gamers are becoming more mature. Gaming is
I can relate to Kratos because he's a parent and I'm a parent. Of the little bun up there. I'm her parent, okay?
Longer. I just come home from work and I sit down in front of my TV for an hour and I fuck around with some game to just kill time and I put it down. I don't think about it again. Now games are big ongoing narrative experiences with characters we love and cherish. Characters just like a book, a television show, or a movie. Characters that you want to see succeed. You have an investment in watching what they do or playing.
The thing is that it's more than just relatability. It's also about empathy and shit. Like, you know, I watched Gurren Lagann. That's a really good show, good anime. I like that anime. A lot of people are gonna probably either say, yeah, Theo, fight the power, you're gonna pierce the heavens, that kind of shit. And sure, that's not necessarily wholly relatable, but it has ideologies, or it has like kind of this idea that is empathetic and likable, because, you know, we are living through, like, you know, evolution is the grand theme of that show, where everything evolves and goes through this evolution. We are always moving closer by each step. That's the way that drill works. You know, that kind of shit. You know, that's not really relatable. I can't relate to Simone because he fucking pierces the god. He fucking destroyed God. I can't relate to that, but I relate to the ideals that you should not be held down by some arbitrary restraints, and you should always want more. You should always just try to put yourself out there and that kind of stuff. It's great. I mean, I guess I could relate to Simone in the sense that I kind of see where he's coming from in a lot of ways, but it is what it is.
Their games, so you want to see them
have
natural progression.
But it's not
you don't want it to be that every time you pick up the controller, it resets status back to the beginning, like a cartoon. Remember cartoon shows? There were cartoon shows that had ongoing narrative, that treated their characters seriously, but then there were cartoon shows that no matter what happens on the cartoon, the whole plot resets, and the next episode, everything's back to normal. We don't want that. We want ongoing, realistic life stories.
Why do we want that? I mean, there is a style to that, and a story to that. Like, we don't need, like it's the same shit why I kind of don't really like Game of Thrones, the TV show. At least I can't really speak about the books, but when you have a TV show and the only thing people talk about is who's gonna die this season, it's like, I don't really care. Like, I don't care about these gritty fucking stories. Like, oh, this season, Billy died. Can you believe Billy? From this kingdom, he died. And it's like, okay. And Jill died the season before that. Okay. Guys, there's dragons now. Dragons are flying all over the place. Zombies are coming, baby. And it's like, okay. Like, I just kind of don't care that much about Game of Thrones in that regard. And I think that it's just tiresome to get nothing but that kind of stuff. There is some charm to things that reset, or, you know, these kind of like sitcoms, because it's kind of funny. It's kind of fun to sit there and just unwind. I mean, that's honestly kind of why people like the My Little Pony show for the most part. A lot of people like that show because it's just relaxing, and you could just sit back and turn off your brain and just watch garbage. or just watch a show that's like kind of there. It's nothing that's like thought provoking or like, oh, who's gonna die this season? You know, those things have a time and place. But I mean, I don't think that we just want that. That's just me.
Stories of these characters, and that's what we're getting with a lot of these characters in modern games, and in my opinion, that's great. Now, a lot of people don't look for that. They're into the new fad. They're either into the Battle Royale, where all I do is play Battle Royale games all day, or the online cooperative grinding. Those games, you're not going to get these evolving characters and narrative stories, but I think that there is a place for all kinds of games.
There's a place for all of them, but you should always want quality, and when you buy games like Battle Royale games and stuff like that, you're telling game developers you want more of that. We can't have that. That's wrong. I like quality games. Okay, there you go. Sound good?
So there you go.
There you go. He says that at the end of every question. The end of every question, he says that.
Here. Social and National Charity said, do you think there's a way to make third-person games less irritating? For example, your Modern Warfare 2 when you tried to play it in third person, or also when you played Spec Ops The Line.
You could play Modern Warfare 2 third person?
You were getting shot through entire planes and crates, and you disliked the multiplayer of third-person games. I mean, I'm not a game designer. I can't answer those questions, but just because you're not...
You don't need to be a game designer to tell you what you would want to see in a game. I'm not a fucking fighting game developer, and I can tell you what I like about what I would want in a fighting game.
First person, right? Sometimes games can be more difficult. So, for example, all right, you'll be doing something in a game, all of a sudden, just because you're not in first person, right? Sometimes games can be more difficult. So, for example,
get this.
All right, you'll be doing something in a game, all of a sudden you walk off a ledge, you die. Well, wait a minute. It's not real life. I'm not in first person where I can put my foot down on the ground, okay?
I don't get this at all. If the game was in first person, it's still not real life, dumbass.
Oh, I feel there's a ledge there that I'm...
Like, oh, if you fall off a ledge, you die.
In a game, all of a sudden you walk off a ledge, you die.
No shit. You're telling me if I walk off a ledge, I could die? Wow, I would never have guessed that.
Well, wait a minute. It's not real life. I'm not in first person where I can put my foot down on the ground, okay? Oh, I feel there's a ledge there that I'm falling off of, right?
This is the dumbest thing. Like, I've heard this and I was like, what is he even talking about? I don't feel the ledge. Like, it's not first person. First person, I can feel the ledge. You can feel the ledge in a game? How? How do you feel the ledge? In first person? I don't get that. And the thing is that, like, you're telling... So, how do you not notice a ledge in third person? You see everything around you. You see a ledge. Dave, I think Kat might be drugging you. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't have situational awareness, like in real life first person, of things going on around me in a third person game. In a lot of ways, you just need a wide field of vision so you can see what's going on in a third person game. So in a lot of ways, what you're saying, Social and National, is actually very true.
I mean, I guess what he's trying to say is that in third person games, which is a weird way to say, I don't know why he said it this way, but I guess what he's trying to say is that when you're in third person, you can easily look at everything else around you, like anything that's going on, so you might not notice a ledge that you might be walking into, but you could still, I don't know. Well, in first person, you're kind of stuck seeing in one perspective, but you could be walking backwards and then falling off a ledge as well. It just doesn't make sense.
Sometimes third-person games can be more difficult than first because you don't get to be in the feet of the person. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
There's been some games where I'm like, man, this is so stupid. Because in the game, it's a third-person game. I jump at the ledge. I'm right there. My hands are... And then the game just... The guy goes, whoop, and he falls and dies. Well, in real life...
You could do that in first person, too. There are times in first-person games where they don't allow you to catch on to something. Oh, but no, it's only third-person games that do that. Oh my god. I really... You know what? I don't think the escort theory is true anymore, because there has to be someone drugging his drinks. This just... I don't get this.
I would fucking put my alarm out and grab the ledge, but in this fucking game, it's so limited that he won't grab the fucking ledge. If I were there in real life, I wouldn't have died, but it's so stupid because the limitations they place upon the character in a third-person setting. I get that.
But they could do that in first.
But again, I'm not a game designer, so I'm not in a situation where I feel like I could say, here's the solution, eureka, right? All I could do is tell you when I find it annoying, and yes, sometimes in third-person games, I find it very annoying if you can't see situationally really where you are, you can't see where you're getting shot from, you can't tell if you can make a jump. That kind of stuff kills me, because in first
But you can still make that same misjudgment in first person.
person or in real life, you can usually tell, and in third person, sometimes it can be very difficult to judge. There you go.
There you. Every question, every time.
Let's do another shout out. Got another cheer here from Aliphisaurus, who says, when you were in high school and college, were girls mysteriously hard to read? Nowadays,
Oh, get a load of this fucking cuck.
high school and college girls seem just to go for the guys with a lot of money or who are assholes. Was it like that when you were in school?
It's so hard reading girls, dude. Fucking, you have to live and learn.
For me, here's the thing. Girls liked me because I was a nice guy, and I would be very friendly to girls.
Oh, you know what? I should get a fedora for this segment.
I was respectful of women. I wasn't a sexist pig, or I wasn't, drooling.
I wasn't a sexist pig. Tiki tap that. Okay, you're not sexist at all. Okay.
All over them. But because I was the nice guy, I finished last. A lot of the times in school, the girls.
Dude, this guy, he has to have a fedora under that.
Would want to be friends with me, but they wouldn't ever want to, advance it past that level. All right. And sadly, that's kind of the hole you fall in. For some reason, younger girls, in a lot of cases, they like the asshole. They like the guy who plays hard to get, who teases them, who treats them bad. Or, on the flip side, the guy who's good looking and
rich. This is just the dumbest fuck. These two people are idiots. They're idiots about this. So, like, it's like, oh, girls are hard to read. They always go with the asshole. Maybe they're not going out with you because they're not interested in you. Here's the thing. A lot of people. I mean, I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not Mr. Romantic over here. But the thing is that you can't really expect girls to go to you. You kind of have to go to them, and you kind of have to ask them on a date. You gotta try it out with them. You gotta talk to them. You gotta do all this kind of stuff. Yeah, you could you could end up being friends with someone, but that's probably not because of the girl. That's like, oh, you're nice. You're not an asshole. So, but if you're not making it clear what you want, then they'll never know. Like, let's continue. Let's listen to this.
has a lot of money and drives the nice fancy car. Those are kind of the two kind of stereotypical guys that a lot of girls go for. Now, that doesn't mean that's every girl. There's exceptions to the rule or whatever. All right. So understand, I'm not trying to overgeneralize or anything here, but those are just kind of the stereotypes that are very prominent with younger women.
Really?
At least in the United States, in my experience.
Okay.
All right. But what you'll find is that changes over time. Because eventually, most women will reach an age where they realize, man, I've been mistreated by every fucking asshole. It's funny, I go out with the asshole, and he treats me like dirt because he's an asshole.
Do you really think people who abuse their partner wear a sign that says, "Hi, I'm an asshole. I'm gonna abuse you. I'm gonna fucking treat you like shit. Please date me." No. Because usually these kind of stories starts out with, well, the guy was really nice on the first date, and, he was really kind for a while, and then, one night he came home and he was really mad, and, stuff happens. A lot, these people who are bad with their partner isn't necessarily gonna be straightforward with it, because they know that they're not gonna get a date if they are that direct about it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
Amazing, right? It's like some women, they go after the bad boy, but then they...
He's not sexist, though, but he's kind of blaming women for being in bad relationships. That is something... I might have done a video where he talks about this, and I might have played that skit with Frank Howley. There is a skit. I recommend you watch it. It's a good one. It's called Nice Guy. Just go to Frank Howley's channel and type in Nice Guy. Actually, I want to see... I'm curious to see if I could just find it by typing "nice guy." No. So Frank, nice guy. Let's see what that brings up. Ah, here. See, it's like this. Look at this.
She's so cute. But do I kiss her? What if she doesn't like it and screams? This is too much pressure.
He's so dreamy. But do I make out with him? What if he's disgusted and runs away?
I'm so nervous. Do I make my move?
Here it goes!
What the fuck is that? Oh god.
Oh, she's so cute. Should I kiss her?
Nice guy.
Thanks for coming over. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. You always have my shoulder to cry on. So what's up?
I found out that Brandon's been cheating on me. I don't know what to do, because part of me still loves him.
Oh, I'm sorry. What this guy did to you was an epic fail. I mean, you took an arrow to the knee for him, and he just betrayed you. The easy solution is, just dump him.
Well, I can't just dump him. I mean, we've been going out for so long. Have you ever been in a relationship?
No. I mean, I wish, but most girls are stupid, and they just seem to forget about me. I guess I'll be forever alone.
Don't be so negative. What about that?
Okay. You get the point. But, like, that's the kind of cuckery that's going on here. Well, that was the nice guy. The girls didn't want me because you didn't offer anything to the table. People need this, like, I heard this advice, and you know, I was thinking about it, and it makes sense. When you're trying to find a girl, it's not really about their looks, or whatever. It's really what you're looking for in a relationship. And that goes with personality, you know, everything. And you kind of have to, like, be like, you know, realistic at the same time. You gotta read the room. You gotta know the mood of the room, and then you gotta, like, you know, either you might have to be direct and be like, hey, you know, when you go out, she might say, is this a date? And I would say yes if it's the case. I'd say, yeah, I'm looking for a date. If you want to be just friends, that's fine too. But you know, I don't know. But it's just, you gotta talk. You gotta talk about it, okay? You gotta like look out. You gotta be either direct. I feel like you gotta be direct with what you're doing, with what you want. I mean, you don't have to like spell it out like a fucking baby. Like, you're like, this will be a date, and at the end of the date, like, nothing like that. But like, you know, maybe just go out for a while, just talk to her, see how you feel, and then, you know, the more you hang out with that person, you might get some tells as well. Like, the girl might, you know, spend more time alone with you. She might be like, oh, you know, I'm in my dorm room, or I'm, you know, whatever, I'm alone, want to spend time just you and me, whatever. And that might clue you in that she might be coming on to you. But just try to hang out with the girl. That's what I've been trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. Hang out with the girl you like, or a boy you like, whichever one. Spend some time with them. Don't go in with expectation of, like, I'm gonna have to kiss her at the end. This is a date. You don't need to do that. Just go in thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna hang out with her, see what happens. You know, just be relaxed, be cool about it. You don't have to go in with this like, I'm gonna have to plan it all out. Okay, first we go to here, then here, and then here, and that will get me in. You don't need to do that. You don't need to overthink it. Just spend time and test the waters. Eventually, if she's still not getting, like, if she doesn't say anything in response, you might maybe, at the very least, say, hey, you know, we've been hanging out for, you know, for a while now, and I'm just wondering if you're interested in officially going out on a date with me, or, you know, whatever, and that might become something. It depends. You really have to test the waters, but if you're just gonna say nothing, who's it gonna be? Hello? Oh, it's garbage. Don't worry about it. So yeah, like, just talk to the girl, talk to the boy, whatever, and just see where you are. You know, if you're not gonna do anything, then you're not gonna go anywhere.
They realize that he is a bad boy and now they don't want to be with him anymore. Or some women just sadly just continuously be mistreated by this guy over and over, which is horrible. But a lot of women think they could change. Oh, I can make that guy change. I'll turn him into a respectable guy who I want to, you know, have a family with and whatever. And that stuff never works. Almost never.
What
okay?
a great thing to say.
Oh,
the girls are with these guys, they're awful and nasty. They think they can fix them. I'm a nice guy. Okay.
But what ends up happening is about, I'd say, probably around mid-20s to 30s, a lot of women start to realize that things are a lot different. And now there are guys out there who maybe aren't total assholes, right? The guys who didn't get the attention when they were much younger. But now that they've stayed the course, they're nicer guys, they have jobs, they have responsibilities and lives. These are the guys that you want to be with, not the guy who was out there who was the frivolous dick who was out doing drugs and drinking and treating women like trash and doing stupid shit like that. Or the guy who was so rich.
Because the men who treat women like trash do drugs and they drink. Okay, what a great advice.
And good looking and mighty that, you know, he thought that he was hot shit and then come to find out later on in life he's a failure. Right.
This is so generic, it's ridiculous. So he's pretty much saying, well, see, girls go with guys with their... He's pretty much, like, talking about fucking sitcom-y shit. This is like Full House. This isn't Full House, Dave.
Right? I've seen a lot about that.
They're, like... Oh my God.
I've seen a lot like that. Let me put it that way. So, I mean, it's tough. When you're young, you got to play the game. If you want to get the girl, you got to play hard to get. You got to tease girls. You got to be an asshole. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to tease girls. You got to be an asshole. No, you don't. The thing is that, especially when they're like you're a teenager in high school, you know, a lot of things are going on during that age. That's, you know, a tough time because everyone's going through either puberty or something. Something's always going on during those years. But really, you just need to hang out with people. You need to talk to them. And this and that, you gotta spend time. You don't need to be an asshole. Like, you know, I've seen people kind of think this way all the time. And I'm just sitting there like, you don't need to. The reason why people fall into the friend zone is because they think it's gonna be automatic. Like, they think, well, I'm hanging out with the girl. She's right next to me. Well, that means that we're dating. And then at the end of the date, they don't kiss. I'm like, man, I got friend zoned. What a terrible life I have. And they go on and they feel like shit, which is not really what you should be doing. You should just be, you know, still hanging out with her, see what happens, test the waters. You know, maybe at some point you might bring it up, like saying, hey, you know, I have strong feelings for you after all this time we've been hanging out. I get to know you. I feel like that, you know, I want to date you some more. Whatever. I don't know necessarily what you'd say, but I mean, just read the room, read the emotion, kind of go in from there. You don't need to be an asshole. You don't need to be a dick. You don't need to do that to a girl. You could just talk to them about it. You know, because let's look at it this way. Look at it this way. You know, you're hanging out with this girl for a while and this and that, and you're thinking, should I ask her about it? Should I talk to her about it? What's the worst that could happen if you talk about it? Sure, she might say, "Oh, you're a creep" or whatever. But if you're honest, though, the worst that she could say is, "No, I'm not interested," because honestly, it's how the aftermath is where it matters. If she says no and you start saying like, "I was hanging out with you," and that might not go well. That might not go over so well. But if she's like, "No, I kind of see you as a friend," you say, "Okay, you know, I understand," and you move on from that. You don't need to be like, "I bought you fucking chocolate, you dumb bitch." You don't need to do that. You don't need to be aggressive or anything like that. Just spend time with her, feel the room, see where it goes. You know, if she feels like you're a friend, nothing much you could do. You know, it is what it is. I mean, this is terrible advice, and I really hope no one listens to this. I'm not saying my advice is any better either, but I feel like it's better than what he's telling them.
Like, you got to dress nice, you got to do the things in order to qualify for the checklist of what younger girls kind of look for in the United States.
The checklist of things.
But when you get older,
don't be yourself. Don't be a person. Don't talk to them like they're people. Just try to be someone else. Because that's better. Because clearly there's going to be no ramifications of you trying to be someone else, right? No, clearly not.
It gets a lot easier. Let me put it that way. I've had, in the last, let's put it this way. Even though I did get attention when I was young, don't get me wrong. When I was in high school and college, there were a lot of girls, you know, that liked me, and I liked back stuff like that. But it's been a lot different since I'd say probably my mid-20s on than it was back then. There was like a switch that shift, you know, a switch flipped or something. I don't know. But it just seems like the mentality changes. It does. It seems like the mentality changes. So
you get older and you get mature and you get wiser and you kind of know what you want more in a relationship. Because part of the times when you're dating someone, when you're in high school and through that, like, you should also not think about, oh, I'm gonna marry her and have kids. You don't need to think about that. Just take it as you go, because you're never gonna find the one until, like, you know, it's gonna come eventually. But you don't need to go into every date thinking this is the one. You know, it's just, you don't need to, because when the time is right for everything. I feel like there's a lot of people that treat relationships as if it's like a game. Like a video game where you hit certain milestones in the game, like, oh, level 10 you get this, level 20 you get that. That's not how relationships work. It's not like, okay, first I date him, then I kiss him, then we go out, then, you know, we're home alone, then we have sex, then we get the marriage, then we get the kids. Then it's not gonna work that seamlessly or that perfect, and everything that you're dating back then is kind of, you learn about yourself, and you learn what works, what you're looking for more often. You're not going to know necessarily the person you want to marry with in the first date. You know, I was with a few women in college. You know, I sat there, I was like, you know, I had a good time with that relationship, but it's not like I'm sitting there like, I'm going to marry them. I spent my time with them, I put time in, marriage is on the way. Like, that's not realistic at all.
There you go.
It's more about.
Let's go ahead and continue with Twitter questions. In fact, probably only time for one or two more, and then we're going on break. And then the last segment of the show this week is going to be finishing up with Twitter questions and Stream Chat Q&A.
Okay. So, yeah, that was a terrible advice, Dave. This question is, would I start implementing tip milestones in my streams? Apologies for not cutting out the commercial break. Oops. He never cuts out the commercial break. He never does. So I'll show you that he doesn't. But, would I start doing tip milestones for my streams? Maybe. I don't know. If I would, it would probably be drawing related. Like, oh, if we hit, like, 10 tips, I don't know. I don't think so. I just want to stream and relax. I don't need this shit.
Dante Salvador. Here we go. He says, Phil, would you consider implementing tip milestones in your streams? For example, if you reach $50 in tips for the day, would you paint a red tattoo like Kratos on your face for your next God of War stream? Or, if you reach $50 during a PUBG stream, would you paint camo on you? It would be hilarious.
The thing that I don't like about that question is he kind of asked if he would do tip milestones for things he wouldn't do. He should have said, would you ever do tip milestones in general? And see what he would say about that.
Hilarious. It would also be stupid, immature, and just prove that the reason I'm streaming is as a publicity stunt or to make money rather than to actually enjoy.
So then why are you dropping God of War?
Enjoy a game.
Why were you doing redemption runs? Why are we doing the 10-year legacy anniversary special time streams? Why? Because publicity.
Or have fun with my stream chat, I think it's stupid. It's just another gimmick, like dyeing your hair or overacting for a game or whatever.
Yeah, you don't overact. So.
And not to say that every once in a while I won't do something silly, because I will.
So he covers his ass by saying that, okay.
But at the same time, I think that that's stupid to do that. I love God of War. I think it's a great game. I could play it at length.
Did you know he loves God of War? I would not have guessed he loves God of War. I would never have guessed in a million years that he loves that game. That the godsend of gaming. The game that saves all gaming. The gaming industry is saved and much better now that God of War is released.
Have fun with it, whether I'm doing side content or the story. Just because someone tips me doesn't mean now I'm going to paint my body to look like Kratos and do a publicity stunt. Because it's all it is. It's a publicity stunt to get attention from kids. And no, I'm not going to do that. I've been to someone...
Yeah, it's not like he did a week of a birthday celebration where he had balloons around and he would use a horn to celebrate cheers or anything, right? No, that's for mature people, clearly. Okay, Dave.
Someone who for 10 years has played games for the love of the game. I've stayed away from doing stunts and stupid shit like that. And I don't want to. I want my streams and my gameplay sessions to be me sharing my love of the game with you guys firsthand. That's how I focus my...
So is that why he did a week of a birthday celebration and disrupted a lot of games with it? Like honestly, the thing with his birthday week, the thing that I was more annoyed with it, other than the stupidity of it and cringiness of it, but like, imagine, you're watching him play Far Cry 5, and you're like, oh wow, this is a cool stream, and this and that, and you enjoy it, and then, and you have the playlist on, like, autoplay, and then you get to the birthday bonanza videos of it, and also you're just doing your thing, and then all of a sudden you're, yeah, thank you for the 50-bit cheer, happy birthday, that's fucking annoying, and I was sitting there, I was like, I probably would unsubscribe to someone if the video changed that badly. Like, if it was, like, multiplayer-only games for that week, like, oh, I'm only going to be doing Street Fighter 2 and PUBG and Call of Duty, it probably would not have been that big of a deal, but I'm looking at it, it's like, he's playing Far Cry 5, and he's doing all this, like, stuff that interrupts Far Cry 5, just to have, like, these, like, fucking horns and this and that, but of course, that's for mature people. He didn't do that for the kids, right? No.
Myself and my content on. Now, today, what crazy stunt is Phil going to do on stream today to bring more viewers and make him big tons of money? And I know other streamers do that.
You fucking changed the way the office looks for Christmas and for your fucking birthday. You're telling me that you're not doing any of that for publicity. Okay.
That's not who I am. That's not what I'm all about. So no, I would never do crazy publicity stunts and stuff like that.
What about just tip milestones?
Shout out to Good Vibe City, who says, this hat suits me very well. Thank you, Good Vibe City. Shout out to Ren Jesse James, who cheered and said, my first semester of college, an incredibly beautiful girl in my acting class showed interest in me, but I was too young and stupid to act on it. Later on, only cougars very well. Thank you, Good Vibe City. Shout out to Ren Jesse James, who cheered and said, my first semester of college, an incredibly beautiful girl in my acting class showed interest in me, but I was too young and stupid to act on it. Later on, only cougars showed interest. Now I'm 28 and no one looks at me twice.
What a great cheer. Oh, this girl. I mean, that happened to me too, to be honest. I took a Spanish class a few years ago, and I was dumb. I was a fucking idiot. This girl was clearly interested in me. And I didn't like really act upon it. I didn't talk to her about it. This and that. I realized it like the day after about it, and then she was like, "Oh, and she ducked me." I was like, I fucked up. I done goofed. But that happens. That also happens too, guys. I mean, it's not like you're gonna be Mr. Perfect with the ladies. I mean, sometimes you'll hit the ball out of the park. Sometimes you'll strike yourself out and hit your head with a baseball bat. I mean, life ain't perfect, but sometimes things happen for a reason.
Sorry to hear that. Don't worry about it. Ren Jesse James, a lot of guys get so depressed and so fucked up in the head because of stuff like that.
I'm not depressed about that. I mean, yeah, it sucked that I didn't act upon the signals and the signs, but I'm not like sitting here like, she could have been the one. She could have been the one, dude. Oh. No. I mean, I have Cleo in my life. That's all I need. Look at her. Look at that face. And that one. I mean, what more would I need? What more would I need? You know, that's like perfection right there.
Bottom line is, if you're just patient and you take care of yourself, you're probably going to end up finding someone in your life eventually. There's a lot of people out there, a lot like you, probably as well. As long as you're not looking for the crazy, unattainable, stupid, ridiculous stereotype of a gorgeous supermodel girl who's going to somehow fall in love with you, or a girl who's filthy rich, If you're just more realistic in your expectations, more than likely you're going to end up finding someone. All right, Social and National asks, do I like anime? Some I do, some I don't. Just much like most people, okay? All right.
Some I do, some I don't.
Let's end part.
What a great response to that question. He really, I could tell he loves responding to Social National, whatever, cheers. I could hear it in his voice. So I'm gonna show you guys something, because he claims that he cuts the breaks at the end of part 2, and I guarantee he doesn't. Oh, fuck, he does. Fuck you, Dave. Ruined my point again. He ruined my point, dude. I had a point and everything, and it was gonna be amazing.
We'll take a lot of...
Yeah. Wow, dude. Fucking wow. He proved me wrong. Well, my bad. Alright, that's it for this part. Yeah, sadly I'm not doing one continuous video, but I'm gonna commit. I keep saying I'm gonna commit to this, but I'm gonna try to do more to finish this at Ender the King, and maybe go back to the other one. I don't know, who knows. But it is what it is. Always remember, the bun is always watching, and she loves you all. Say goodbye for now. Cleo blessed. Or Cleo based. Whatever the meme is.